Hi, I'm Nate Savage and welcome to lesson 11 of the Rhythm Guitar Quick Start series. In this lesson, I'm going to give you a couple of tips for dressing up your strumming patterns. You know, playing the basic strumming patterns we learned 2 lessons ago is great, but that can get a little bit boring after a while. So one thing that you can do to kind of change things up is hit a single bass note. Now, one tip that I'm going to give you here as a general guideline to get started with this is to hit the lowest root note of whatever chord you're making with your single bass note. So instead of strumming that entire chord for the down, down, up strumming pattern for the first down, you can hit just a low G note here on the 6th string, 3rd fret, and then finish the strumming pattern. So. At first, it can be a little bit difficult to get your accuracy really good with the single bass note stuff. So what you're going to want to do is actually look at the 6th string in this case and just practice hitting it accurately and consistently. Once you have that down, you can throw in the rest of your strumming pattern. And you can do this with all of your chords too. For example, if you wanted to do that with your C chord, your open C chord, you could totally do that. Just remember, for right now, when you're starting to learn how to do this, your lowest root note should be your single bass note. So in this case, the C note on the 3rd fret of the A string would be what you'd want to shoot for. And this is just to get started. You can throw other notes in too once you get more comfortable with it. And the same thing applies if you're using a bar chord of this, for example. If you're using playing an A bar chord, using the E shape, you would just want to start kind of getting used to doing this by hitting the lowest root note of that chord, which is on the 6th string. So go through all the chords you've learned here in the Rhythm Guitar Quick Start series and try to apply this idea to them. It may take some time to develop this and get your accuracy down with your pick, but that's totally fine. Here's how a 1-4-5 progression using this idea will sound with a jam track. The next little technique that we're going to go over to add a little more life to your strumming patterns is muted strums. And it's a little bit easier for me to show you what this is than for me to explain it to you. So let me do that right now. So as you can see by muted strum, what I'm talking about is when I come down on a particular strum, I'm muting the strings with a fleshy part of my hand right here, right as I strum through them. So it gives you a really percussive sound. And the idea behind this is to kind of emulate a snare drum, like what a snare drum would be playing if it was playing with you. So on 2 and 4, if you're in 4/4 time on beats 2 and 4, throwing in a muted strum can give you a really cool percussive sound that makes you sound like a drummer playing with you. So if you had your basic down, down, up strumming pattern, 1, 2, you could throw in a muted strum on beats 2 and 4. And you don't have to do that on beats 2 and 4. You can do it anywhere you like as long as it fits whatever song you're playing. Once you get this muted strum technique down, you can even throw it in with the single bass technique we were talking about. So let's do that. Let's get our down, down, up strumming pattern again and apply both techniques to this strumming pattern. So if you have 1 for your first down, you can hit a single bass note. And then for your 2, you can hit a muted strum. And then your upstroke can be the full upstroke. So slowly, really slowly. And that's just one idea. You don't have to do that every single time. You could do that particular pattern on beats 1 and 2. And then on beats 3 and 4, you could do just a regular down done up. Put both of those together for a new strumming pattern. So pull up the jam track for this lesson. It's the one with just drums, and work on getting these two techniques down. If you have to stay on the same chord throughout the entire thing, that's totally fine. Once you're comfortable with these two techniques, you can throw in some chord changes too, and it might sound like this. Thanks for watching this lesson. If you have any questions about these two techniques or rhythm guitar in general, you can leave them here in the comments and I'll get back to you. Or you can email me, nate@guitarsystem.com. The next lesson, we're going to check out what you need to do next on your rhythm guitar journey. I'll see you then.